Right,
But yeah, and we have some... Yeah, let's go over the draft.
Oh, yeah.
We do have 2 great maps for Chris. Both the admin pick, Rocky Forest. I think Chris will love that map. Hard to wall. The bases are very close. And then Kilimanjaro. Wall. Yeah, you can. Yeah, not hard. You can't wall, yes. And then Kilimanjaro, another super open map. And then Futuralis. I wonder if he does like fortified clearing, or it's like... I'm not a huge fan of closed maps, but I'm against Chris. I'm going to pick... Yeah.
It's the closest to arena that we can get. But, I mean, well, Chris did bang Zong. I was going to say maybe Zong. He could have taken it, though.
Yeah, it was third ban, yeah. But,
right.
I mean, yes.
Futuralis?
You want to go over the civs? Or?
Yeah, no problem. Futuralis, we're going for Bohemians, probably for fortified clearing. Byzantines, Dravidians, Goths, Ethiopians. Chris, of course, very Chris draft. Oh my god, actually insanely Chris draft. Bulgarians, Malay, Saracens, Incas, Sicilians. Oh no. Interesting bans for Futuralis, like Persians, Cumans. I wouldn't be taken away from Chris that much. Romans make sense. Giving him Bulgarian, Sicilians though. Yeah. Oh, Ace Leviathan says Futuralis likes fortified clearing. Okay, they must have played it before.
Okay, and Cumans, Cumans, because of the feudal ram, that's why they are banned. The feudal ram and cheaper archery ranges. I've seen some super aggressive Cuman play. So the Cuman ban and the Roman ban made complete sense.
We only get so many bans though. Only 3. There's only so many you can take away. I mean, we're focusing as if it's all on Chris. I don't think I've seen Futuralis play, but obviously he's a high low. I think right now he's dipped tiny bit literally in the last couple of days, but he is like 1500. Yeah, in the last literally like 3 days he fell from 1500. He's like 1476 right now, but still really strong.
Yeah, we do know Chris, and now it's up to Futuralis to show us what he's got, what he brings to the table. It's good to cast players we know, but it's also good to get to know new names, and who knows, maybe you are scouting a future opponent.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? One of these two. I still have a couple of sets. We have one guy in my set not responding, but I do have 2 more sets to play. Like my whole group, I played 1 set immediately, and then my whole group went to the garrison, so we didn't get to play our sets. Okay, let's go.
I have my own POV ready.
Yeah, I just want to change scene 1 sec. I know I should have joined Arbase. Arbase, I've said so many times I wish I could have gone. You're just taunting me at this point.
Yeah, next year I wish I could have gone as well, but I mean I'm finishing my PhD and yada yada. Next year we'll both meet there, Addictiveme.
Oh yes.
Next time it's a deal.
That would be sick. Live casting maybe. We just kick whoever's casting the low elo tournament out. Yes. We take over.
We show up like with me with my VTuber form, you with your PNG form. And
yeah, I'll carry around like a tablet with you on it at the next slam. Right.
A cardboard cutout. Are you ready?
Here we go. Do you want to introduce it?
Okay, I will count us down. Hello everyone. Good evening and welcome to T90 Titans League Community Edition. This is the teen bracket and today we have 2 very solid players facing off against each other. In the right side of the map, in the blue color, playing as the Bohemians, we have none other than Futuralis. And if we pan to the left side of the map, in the red color, we have one of the most aggressive players of the tournament. We have JawolopingChris playing as the Bulgarians.
Yeah, this is a very scary save. Like you were saying, you can know, like you already know what Chris likes to do. When you see the Civ, you know what he's going to do, but that does not make it any easier to stop. This is going to be a very painful opening for Futuralis. It's all about whether he knows Chris or like, honestly, the strategy is possible to stop even when you're surprised by it, but man, Chris makes it look difficult.
Yeah, I think there are 2 elements when it comes to Age of Empires at all elos. It's the strategy, like your adaptability, your decision making, and then there's skill, there's execution, there's micro. When you're playing someone as Chris and you're playing Chris style, it's like I'm going to throw strategy out of the window. We both know what the strategy will be. We can prepare beforehand. There's no strategy, it's just execution, I feel like. Who can micro the better? Who can gain the most value?
What do you think about Bohemians holding against this?
Not a huge fan of the Bohemian pick. Well, what do you think? I usually don't see Bohemians in open maps.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the Bohemians on this map because the play is going to be just to try and like seize control of the center and win from just like complete domination on gold income. But it's getting there, and like, what a sieve to make it hard for you to get there. This is going to be so aggressive, and like Bohemians don't have the most tools. But if we could get the Castle Age and not completely die, I think we actually have a very good answer for like a heavy infantry play. Not that Chris has to stay on infantry. Gunpowder is not a bad answer though. That kind of makes me think Futuralis does know. Surely, like, there's been a lot of chatting in our bracket in the Discord, so if Futuralis didn't know how Chris likes to play, I'm sure he does now.
Yeah, and if he doesn't know, it's like the fault is on him. If you're playing against Chris and you don't know what to expect.
I mean, some people just like to go blind. Honestly, like most people, I was the same in at least Wonder Warriors, but like most people I play against as well, go in saying like, oh yeah, I don't know what these maps are at all. This is my first time playing them, so we'll see. But this, at least because I've seen this player in other tournaments, I think they have been around. Oh, we're going to gold early too, by the way. 14th field going for gold.
Yeah, true.
Futuralis.
Yeah, probably.
Five cats.
Going to gold so early, I think maybe he's going to try to match militia aggression with militia aggression. I see no other reason to go to gold at this stage of the game, except if you want to add your own militia.
Especially at the 14th field is really early. Like 16th field, I would think maybe we're going to go archers, expecting it. 2 wheels on gold though. Wait, maybe we're planning to just try and go for a super greedy castle or something, but that's still very early to go to gold. We're going to see. It could be just a build I'm not familiar with. I actually think we might be going for a greedy fast castle.
I do not like fast castle. I like if you pressure, for example, 3 militia into fast castle behind it, I can see it. Or I mean, if it's arena or something, of course. In an open map, going for fast castle, I think it's not viable. I think it can work in some lower elos. At this elo, players punish it so much. I think it's not a viable strategy. But
yeah, talk about players to punish it.
Yeah, maybe Futuralis can prove me wrong, though.
I don't think he is, though. I was thinking about that, but 18 Vils is very aggressive. Like, that's even more aggressive than, like, a Fosteru fast castle. There's no way. I think we're going to go for just, like, a fast archer build, which isn't a bad answer. We'll see. Like, the thing about Chris and Dizzy and, like, all people who have, like, very signature playstyles, sometimes they just completely surprise you by not doing that at all and go for something else. But as I say that, sorry, I get interrupted by Chris. Prove me wrong. We are going forward. We have 4 builds walking forward. Yes. So I'm going to predict the next 30 seconds. You don't mind? 1 build is going to build barracks. The next few builds are going to go in and try and disrupt the military buildings coming up, because this is how Chris likes to play. It's get scouted though. Nice.
Huge.
That's actually massive for this kind of playstyle.
Yeah, because it's one thing to assume. It's another thing to know, and now he knows.
Oh, you really don't want to use your scout here. Has to be careful. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. Like, you know it's coming. Now you have a couple of minutes to react. But it's like, you know it's coming, but Chris has done this so many times. Like, he knows the reactions people do to it, like how to stop it. It's going to be very painful. Feudal comes in, though. We can slam our archery range down if that's what we're going to go for.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah.
I would not put the rage forward, though. This is what Chris wants. Oh, okay. Yeah. Building with a lot of ills is good. We're going to build fight. Nice. The range just has to go up.
Yeah, now, as I said, this is execution. This is click, 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 pull back, weak villagers.
Scout goes down. No Vill's dead, though.
Yes, at first malicious, and he needs to click an archer. Oh, he doesn't have wood for an archer.
We're going to get there.
Villagers.
I love where this... I originally didn't like where this range is, but actually, if the front of this range is on the unbuildable terrain, the thing that Chris does a lot is he tries to wall in the feudal military buildings so that the military units can't be produced. That's actually pretty clever. If you can't wall the front, then that lets them produce. But here's the man-at-arms. The Bulgarian man-at-arms, free upgrades. Oh my god, it's so bloody.
This is a disaster for Futuralis.
Archer is on the way. The wood. 3 Vils down for Futuralis, though. 4 Vils down.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like that move to gold so early. If it's for archers...
It is pushing Chris back, though.
It's very important.
But 4 Vils is fantastic for Chris.
Okay, now an archer is on the field.
Okay, we're going to add our own archer range forward.
Yeah, some skirms to help against the archers, for sure. Or archers to match the archers, but I would prefer skirms here.
Yeah, Chris is just so used to this. Immediately the scout goes to run down the archer. Because the more we can delay it, the more chaos we can cause. Oh, archer survives. Just gotta micro it. Nice, nice, nice.
Okay, and yeah, now Futuralis is in a position where he'll start getting the archer mess. This will start looking better and better for him, but yeah, skirmishers are already on the way.
Terms come out. This is so annoying. Like, this is, I think, a pretty good answer to what Chris does, but we sent, like, Chris knows how to just send just enough to be a pain. Futuralis fights back with, like, all his forward builds, and, like, look, the resources just continually starts to creep ahead for Chris because his eco at home just sits there untouched while all this chaos goes on forward.
Yeah,
oh my god, there's so many builds idle.
Yeah, because Futuralis moved so early to goal, and wood is so important in early feudal age, wood. He keeps lacking wood, and he moves the wood villagers forward. That's his main lack in economy.
Yeah, everything is wood in feudal age. Although we're kind of holding now. We have a skirm of our own. Maybe we're okay. Chris actually kind of find it difficult to find damage.
Yeah, Chris is starting to farm. Peculiar farm placements with 1 tile gap.
Oh, T90 farms?
Yes.
And be sometimes better to just slam them down. You know you need them, and you can't afford to lose units with this kind of aggression. So better have them not. The micro though, this is really nice. Dodging the shots.
A very important question is, who do you think will be the first one to click double bit X?
None of them, I think.
None. That's...
Maybe you can squeeze it in. Sure, Chris could actually afford it. Oh no, he keeps some more bills. But it's when you're spending so much forward, it can be hard to squeeze it in. Blacksmith, though, we're gonna squeeze one out for the Futuralis.
Ooh, and Chris is starting to snowball this. When it's this small amount of numbers, if you start getting good engagements, you start getting the snowball, things are looking really bad for Futuralis now.
Yeah, skirms are falling. More vills are falling. God, the man-at-arms are still getting value.
Yeah, and the idle time.
Yeah, I agree. Gossip Bro, we just need a tower. Tower, like, I think Futuralis doesn't want to because that, like, justifies Chris' whole play. I think right now it's pretty even, honestly, over both, even though Chris has 5 vill kills. But a tower, like, you know, justifies Chris's whole aggression. It's like, ah, okay, I force you to spend it, so I win. But I don't think this is worth it. We have so many vills chasing this,
and
this
they're
army.
weak. They're weak vills, a lot of them. They're all going to fall. Yeah, I think the tower is often like a matter of pride. It's like you don't want to admit that you need a tower.
I always do that. I will die a lot of times before I'll drop a tower.
Yeah, and JawolopingChris is getting into such a good position in the game already.
Such a pain.
4 farms.
Slam one down.
Yeah, 4 farms versus 0 farms. Okay, now Futuralis also adds farms. More villagers going down. I mean, that's why it's fun to get JawolopingChris sets.
Yeah.
We have no time for idle chat.
Especially this game. I'm looking forward to see what happens on, like, Kilimanjaro, especially fortified clearing. But, like, this is the perfect map for this kind of strategy because, like, even with this going on any other map, Futuralis could just, like, wall behind, accept some losses, and that's it. With this unbuildable terrain, Chris can just continually be a pain.
Yes.
Oh, we're putting farms at the mill. I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
just,
me
like,
neither.
potential further targets.
Yeah, I think it's panic farms. I think it's just...
Yeah, probably like Chris's farms. Like, I need farms. I don't have time to think about the perfect position. Just give me farms. Like, slam them down.
I like how now the battle has swung in the complete opposite favor. Now, Futuralis is the one pressuring and getting a little bit of damage here in the front.
A lot more vills committed, though. They're running.
Yeah.
13 eco. Oh my god, this is so painful.
Yeah, insane.
The idle time, although for Chris, is normally better. This is pretty rough. We're only up 3 vills, even with all the KD. Could be much worse.
Yeah, that just shows the power we keep talking about. Idle TC time. This is a good game to show how important it is. Chris could be 10 villager lead, and 10 villager lead at this point would be
it's
GG.
just complete game over. But no, there's definitely still a game here. I might not feel like it. But no, I think honestly, Futuralis is in a good spot. He's just like very stressed. We're actually chilling out though. We have a nice amount of archers. No fletching. Well, we can't really afford it just yet.
Yeah, the blacksmith there was a bit greedy. It was a lot of resources invested that aren't paying off.
Yeah, that we didn't actually use yet. Chris does drop his own blacksmith, fletching on the way. Okay, this is going to be a bit scary.
Oh,
Chris has skirms.
Yeah, in these battles, fletching is huge. Those archers will now start to actually hurt.
It's in. It's going to be in for Futuralis in like 10 seconds. I hope he clicks the archers and sees that he's down in tech. Oh, Chris isn't going to jump on it. He should really jump on this while he has the fletching.
Yeah. Okay, now they are even in techs, but Chris still took a good engagement. Yeah, it's 10-3 in military, and Chris even getting armor for the... Chris is getting a lot of military upgrades. Yeah, he does get upgrades, just not the eco ones.
There's gonna be a lot of more dead bills. Oof.
Yeah, and with fletching, archers really melt villagers now. It's such a huge difference.
Damn, such a good hold, but now we're throwing vills. I think he's panicking because he lost the military numbers. 21 Vil kills. Yeah. This is actually maybe GG. 10 Vils down.
Yeah, and
he's gonna kite forever. It's gonna be even more Vils. Oof.
Yeah, and 10 villagers lead and 10 villagers that are just idle. Yeah. They're just walking over here.
10 villagers also that might die still. We can actually micro these all down.
Yeah, now I think this is completely GG. I think there's no hope for Futuralis. There's no future for Futuralis.
No future. Ow. But this is, yeah, exactly like what Falling Star said. Up until this point, Futuralis has been in this game because he never stopped producing. But then the moment he stopped producing and lost the numbers is when it started to slip. This is like you were saying, the poster game for, idle time saving you this game. The same thing with like, don't start committing to eco upgrades, committing to more eco buildings if your opponent outmasses you in army. Yeah. Because this will happen. Although Futuralis actually pulling back a little bit with these villains somehow.
Yeah, but still now the lead is so huge. The rest collected from the Bulgarians will start snowballing. JawolopingChris is reaching the point where he can invest to military and economy at the same time.
Yeah.
And he's can start actually thinking about Castle Age.
Oh, I like this. We tried to make use of the vills that are forward to get the deer, but one of the stray archers actually sees it.
Yeah, and so much damage. The villagers have so much idle time. And I do
Chris
say that
is crazy idle, but he might be actually idling for Castle Age here. No, he's still in military. No, he's not. Maybe it is often a meme that Chris doesn't know what Castle Age is, so we might just be saying here.
Yeah, and that's the point of all of this aggression. You need to, when you're going aggressive like this and you have idle TC time, you're paying a price, you need to make sure that the damage you inflict is higher than the damage you are inflicting to yourself.
Yes.
And Chris definitely surpassed that threshold. Because that's a lot of things newer players don't realize. That yes, your opponent is being aggressive, but that comes at a price. His eco isn't as good. His army takes longer to go forward and things like that. There are disadvantages to being the aggressor.
Yeah. Like imagine, it is so hard because you're spending so much of your brain power on APM, but 8 minutes, that's like 16 to 20-ish vills.
Yeah.
Imagine this game, like just add 20 vills to Chris's total right now and like, we don't even need to be talking about who's in this game. It's completely over at that stage.
Yeah, and that's why we are still at 1500. I mean, this is our elo. We are both around this area. That's why we are still at this elo and not the 2000.
Maybe soon.
This is your bracket, so it's your elo.
True. Oh, wow. No, makes a fool out of me. Castle Age gets clicked. For Chris, he was idling. Micro upgrades coming in for Futuralis, but idle time. Honestly, idle time is not bad compared to Chris. Not bad, but it's slipping.
Yeah. 2 minutes in a game this aggressive, I think that's really good. This is not a normal game.
No, but I just wish we would just get these vills out of here. We still have 4 vills forward. Unless he wants to start doing it back to Chris. Which I don't think is the right choice now. He doesn't know, obviously, Chris's click castle age.
Oh, he's trying to wall in the
I don't mind that. But there's a lot of vills. Like, we're already down so many vills.
I really like these unorthodox plays of walling in the buildings.
Yeah, these are my favorite kind of games. But we don't get this. Like, at the minute, we have Socotra in the ladder. I don't know if you've been playing too much ranked lately, but yeah. I've been having a lot of fun. Like,
I've been, I hope none of my opponents is scouting here. I've been really investing into learning how to lane better.
Oh.
I'm really becoming a dark side player. And Socotra is the best place to lane.
Castle comes in. Is it going to be Castle GG?
If I'm Futuralis, I would GG here. When I see Castle Age, I would just GG out of the game.
Long Swords is in. We're Bulgarians. Gonna start killing vills a lot better. Oh, true, Cristela, my bad. The rank pool changed, which did it change today? Or yesterday? Yeah, this is the rank pool now is the one I'm still sad at because we have no Nomad. Because step doesn't count, no matter what I say, no matter what people tell me.
Yeah.
Tons of vill fighting, but it's long swords.
Oh, yeah, this is the end of the game.
No, this is big GG. I think Futuralis knows it.
Yeah, I think this is just...
Ouch. 50, gonna be 50 vill kills.
50 vill kills.
Ah, we hit 51. GG comes in. Oh. Well, we don't disappoint. I think the chat was thinking that Futuralis didn't know Chris. I think he did. That was actually not a bad defense, but Chris has just done this so many times. Like what Nando was saying, you know it's coming. Doesn't make it easier to stop.
Look, 72 average APM. That's...
Yeah, he is clicking. He is clicking these units. God damn, that's fast. Wow, yeah, 72 average.
Average, exactly. That's...
we got Chris in the chat.
Oh, hello, Chris. Yeah, this was a very rough match. JawolopingChris knows. And I think the main point of this match, honestly, I think the mining camp timing. I think that's what cost Futuralis this match.
Do you think...
Because I think...
I hope he joins. Do you think he was thinking about going for a greedy fast castle? Because the timing was just so odd. And then he went, actually, no, screw this. I'm not risking this. And like midway adjusted the build.
I don't think he was thinking fast castle because he would be adding some farms. I'm not sure. But I do not like the mining camp timing because he was floating a lot of gold. And
yeah, everybody says you go fast food largest, but you do the mining camp instead of the mill. But yeah, but not on the 14th vill. I'd like the 16th vill, just as you're about to get ready to go up. Just seems a little bit early because you want to be on food as much as you can. He did manage to get 18th vill, so it's not the worst. And honestly, I'm not even criticizing that much. As far as a lot of people defending against Chris, that was a pretty good job.
That was good. For me, it was so painful because his one line was getting raided and he couldn't click that first archer. I feel like if the timing of the first archer was better, he would be in a much better position. And the reason why the first archer was delayed was because of like a villagers on wood. He reached feudal age very fast, but then if you don't have the eco to produce, you are paying a huge price.
True. I do think the chat is right. Arbase has been saying it the whole game. Just bite the bullet and tower. Like, it's not going to stop Chris, but it's going to help a lot. Even if you're down in like the resource you have to spend on it. Damn. Okay. Yeah, agree, Chris takes game 1 though. Bulgarian win, not Burgundian. Bulgarian win. Bohemian loss. Let's see where we're going for game 2. Right. So game 2, we're going to Kilimanjaro. We're going to Chris's map, which means Futuralis picked Chris's map for game 2. So what are we thinking for civs?
Yeah, of course, in a play all 3, that doesn't matter as much. And sadly, I already saw the civs, so I can't try to guess.
I was asking the chat. I also can see the civs, but I like to keep the illusion. We're going to peek behind the curtain then. Right. Game 2, though. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. And Futuralis went for my favorite civ in this map.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in the game. I was like, whoa. Friendship broken with Britons. Ethiopians? If you had to get rid of Britons, though? Pretty good replacement.
Yeah, my top civs are Britons and Ethiopians.
Nice.
My top 2.
Are you ready?
Yeah, do you want to introduce the players this time?
Yeah, sure. 3,
Okay.
2, 1, go. Right. Here we go. That was a pretty explosive game 1. But Futuralis maybe just needed the warm up. I imagine he's going to be expecting the exact same thing again for game 2. We got the Malay, Chris on the Malay in the red here in the north. Futuralis here in the west, and the blue on the Ethiopians. We're on Kilimanjaro. And this is very open, but eventually will be not as open as Rocky Forest. So it's not going to be a free constant aggression for Chris. It's going to be a little bit harder, but it's so open. Like it's these woodlines are built to be harassed all day.
Yeah. All of the matches I've played in this match so far has been the aggressor versus the cockroach. This is such a good map for cockroaching.
Oh god, yeah, you are the authority on getting people cockroaching against you. Oh god, that game against Ganji. Obviously not the Ganji, but Ganji. He was good god.
And even when I played against Starbase, he cockroached. I think it was Starbase or Lori, I don't remember. Maybe Starbase. Yeah, this map is very good for cockroaching. It's not like the regular Kilimanjaro.
There is a lot of resources all around the sides, but it's like very, very hard to be completely secure on this map. It's so open. Chris, do you want Chris to fish boom? That would be a cool surprise. Honestly, that's less APM than having to do your normal eco.
Yeah, Starbase is saying in this street was Ethiopian versus Malay. I played this against Starbase in this map. Ethiopians versus Malay.
Nice.
Yeah. When we were doing the show matches. But yeah, Malay, of course, Ethiopians, one of the probably the best feudal archers in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, the fire rate is just ridiculous.
Yeah, if you're thinking late game, Britons have an amazing and unique late game. Ethiopians also have a good late game, but different. But for feudal age, the Ethiopian archers are absolutely insane. I really like them for aggressive. The eco bonus also pays off big time. The 100 gold and 100 food.
It's just the
makes
perfect
transition smooth. Yeah.
It's so clearly designed for a future feudal archer play. It feels so good. But Malay, we're going to have some... I wonder, are we going for early aggression or thinking about some Kramis things? Obviously early aggression, we are, Chris, but we have a civ that can deal with it. I wonder what's going to happen here.
The thing about Malay is that they can be played very well in so many different playstyles. You can be like, okay, I'm going to use the faster time to get more villagers and a better eco in feudal. You can also go, I'm going to get an insane feudal time and get military up earlier. Like, Malay can do so many different options so well. So I wonder which one JawolopingChris is going to go for.
And like, we unironically can fish boom. The meme is funny and stuff, and I genuinely think fish booming is really strong on nearly any map that lets you have a pond with shorefish, as long as you don't get punished. But like, of all the civs to do it on, this is a pretty damn good one. The fish traps are insane for the Malay. Could be FC Krambits, but I don't think that's Chris's style. But Malay does make me think like we're going to be up so fast it might feel like a feudal play, so maybe he'd be into that.
Yeah. And I'm not a huge fan of fish booming in general in maps like this. Yeah,
Nando,
because
breaking my heart.
No, I think it makes the game very hard for you to make it work. If the opponent is on the aggression, you're trying to manage the fish boom and everything. I think.
Yeah, I would never do it against Chris specifically, or if you know that there's aggression coming, because it does delay all your timings. But man, if you get like even a couple of minutes unpunished, it's so strong. No, we're going to do the classic Chris play. There's no castle age being thought about here. We're setting 4 bills forward straight away.
Yeah,
this is going to be classic. No, Orico, you agree? Fish bad? No, fish good. Let me see some addictive fish boom.
Let's go. Oh, I remember the other day, I need to tell this story. I was bullying Orico because even though he's one bracket higher than me, if you look at the server, the Discord server of the tournament, I'm a high-elo hero and Orico is a mid-elo. Yes.
I didn't see that.
He's mid-elo and I'm high-elo.
Okay, so Futuralis. Okay, nice. We can sense it. That's cool. He actually did see the vills for a split second, but I don't think he was looking. But now he's coming back to look. Yeah, he finds the barracks. Again, that's huge, but doesn't matter. Oh, we're still not quite looking.
Yeah, but I think
We
now
saw the barracks though.
he needs to. Yeah, I don't like the one villager placing down the barracks.
Mm-hmm.
I
villagers are coming in.
usually always send two.
Yeah, if Chris sees that this barracks is still going up, he will stop it. It's gonna be very painful.
Yeah.
Chris is here. Futuralis knows what's going on. And Vil fighting starts again. Oh, careful TC.
Yeah, the TC there, right at the border.
It's very fortunate Chris went this way. Went the other way, it could have been serious problems. I think Futuralis would have to delete the barracks and build it somewhere else because Chris was never going to let that go up if he could see it.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about the Ethiopians. He's not on gold, but he will still have enough res to produce quite a few archers.
But you got to
amazing.
Yes, nice. I was going to say the hole at the bottom with these 3 lines always happens, but he sees it.
Yeah, that palisade there, that's huge.
That's fantastic. We have 3 militia built, man-arms on the way. But those walls actually delay so much. I think Futuralis is fine. This is... he's really... I don't agree with putting the range so close to Chris because it's going to help. Obviously, you get the defenders. They come out super quick. But just make sure it goes up. Don't give it the chance. It should go up though. Chris can't see it.
And good job retreating the weak villagers. No villagers went down yet.
This is nice.
Despite all the fighting, yeah.
I love Futuralis' position here. I think he's actually in a great position to win this game. Chris, like, would love to have already gotten damage. Range is up. We're going to start producing.
Yeah, get a few archers out and then try to conquer the gold. That's your goal. Oh, great pallet.
Nice walls.
Futuralis is walling so well this game.
Yeah, we can already afford 2 archers. That's the thing. Ethiopians are like, honestly, nearly broken with this. I remember the double range build that I still do sometimes in ranked just for fun. That Hera thought was like going to break the game. He was like afraid to share it with people because the Ethiopian bonus just makes so you could greed so hard to go up so fast, get a double range and queue up 2 archers instantly before you need to go on gold.
Yeah. And we do see the blacksmith, and if he gets fletching, he will run out of gold. Okay, he's mining gold
is
there.
Completely fine here. The gold is a little bit of a problem. Needs to get some units over there.
But he sees archers, and I mean, if it's archer versus archer, he's completely okay.
Yeah, he's winning.
Ethiopian archers win this
Vil
match.
gets cut though. Okay, Vil does go down. Chris gets a bit of damage.
Oh, and this time we see the tower securing the gold.
Honestly,
I like that.
Sure, yeah. I think we were actually at... Oh, we're going to lose another Vil. I was going to say, I think we're actually at the point where we are fine without it, but if we want to just be completely safe, we know that Chris isn't going to give up, so might as well just close the door. Right. It's kind of rough because we can still harass the gold. Like, Chris can still harass the Vils at the range.
The position could be a little bit better, but...
Yeah, needs to wall in his archer range. I think we're okay, though. We're on gold now. We're safe. Oh, careful, though. Oh, Chris taking great trades.
Yeah. Yeah, and an archer just spawned there. He got towered right away.
Nice. Now all this in.
Yeah, I was about to say, now Futuralis' priority is add farms. Yes, now you need to get up to Castle Age and get your archers into crossbows for the counter push. Yes, get a lot of farms. I love this. This is exactly what Futuralis should be doing. And
yeah, you can tell Chris is giving up because we are chopping wood now with these Vils. Oh, tea time! Thank you for the raid.
Hello, thank you for the raid.
Hell yeah!
How was your time? I mean, I don't know if people mind spoilers because he was playing a set.
I mind spoilers. We had a double streamer feature. Yeah, tea time. Don't spoil it. We had tea time playing Russell, and I think Bergwin cast it too.
Ah, nice. But
oh, Chris might find some more damage here. We're coming in. No, it's being tracked, but we gotta be careful with the Vils. No fletching though. It's just gonna be... Yeah, we're fine.
I really dislike wheelbarrow without double BDX. I really dislike Futuralis. Double BDX is such an important eco upgrade. Please get double BDX.
I talk about this all the time, that these community tournaments, there's something about, like, not even T90 tournaments specifically, just people playing community tournaments. Everybody loves wheelbarrow early, and I don't know what it is. Like, sometimes it's a housing issue, like we're just housed.
Yeah.
But even if we're housed, just grab a town patrol, grab 10 watch.
Yeah. I think early wheelbarrow can win you some games, but for each game that we see Wheelbarrow winning, players lose like 5 games. I think a lot of players ruin their timings and everything because of Wheelbarrow.
At this point in the game, honestly, yeah, if it's constant Vil fighting, especially against this kind of player, the speed does help, but it takes, like, if you don't get Wheelbarrow, it's 3 more Vils, and you can get Wheelbarrow later. I think it's like, it really hurts your economy compared to the opponent at the start.
I like JawolopingChris going for the market abuse to get the quick castle each time. The problem I see right now for JawolopingChris is that Futuralis does have a decent army. He will soon be up to castle as well.
Oh, Futuralis going to find these Vils. These Vils are dead. People etchings in.
Yeah.
Nice. Chris has to split them up. Actually, really good control though. We sent all the Vils in 4 different directions, so he only gets 1.
Denying the blacksmith is huge. You know what that blacksmith is for? Oh wait, he already has a... No, it's the automatic ego upgrade. No, he needs the blacksmith for the siege workshop.
Yeah.
This is what that blacksmith is for. He doesn't want any upgrades. He just wants a siege workshop. No, he just needs the
prerequisite building.
Yeah, exactly. So the 90s is huge right now.
Oh, I wonder if
you... Yeah. Great archer placement there.
Yeah, he's just gonna like camp it until Chris either deletes it or sends more Vils, but he's gonna have to delete it, I think. Castle comes in for Chris, but with what economy? Futuralis is on the way up. His economy is... They're about the same, but he has more res. His Vils have been working when Chris hasn't.
There we go. Look at the military unit look at the military unit comparison. 10-0.
Yeah, do you know what I really like here? That it is more expensive. I like that Chris didn't delete this blacksmith. He just built a new one at home, because if you delete it, then Futuralis knows you're building it somewhere else and that siege is on the way. As long as Futuralis can still see the foundation, he might think that he's still safe for a while.
Yeah,
but actually, it doesn't matter.
He did see the siege workshop.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he scouted the siege workshop. The archers were there, but didn't deny it.
Well, he knows it's there, but he's sending everything forward. Scorpion's coming out for Chris, but Scorpion's not going to do much when there's archers sitting in your base killing all your economy. This is going to be really good for Futuralis. Here come the archers. Does Chris see it? Oh, he does see it. Nice. Going to be some dead Vils though.
Yeah, a lot of damage going in.
Castle comes in. This is going to be powerful timing. I think Futuralis has kind of got this. We're fine. Really good. The walls made this whole game.
Yeah, those quick walls, those small... It brought so much peace of mind to Futuralis. That's what you need against Chris. You need to be at peace. You need to be at ease. And now we see crossbow, we see Balkan arrow. I don't like the siege workshop from Futuralis.
Siege workshop here? Okay. It's so... I mean, he knows it's a siege workshop... Oh, sorry, he knows what it is. Yeah, he knows it's a siege workshop from Chris. If he wants it just to feel safe, maybe just get a mangonel. But yeah, he's actually... Bit of an overspend now. He's fine.
Yeah, you know it's my play. Get university and get ballistics.
Yeah.
if you're Ethiopians with this many crossbows, you get ballistics, your opponent's eco is gone. You just win the game.
They kill Vils. It's just crazy how much better they are killing Vils with the ballistics in. Scorpions are going to get a bit of annoyance for Chris on the bottom. And Chris actually slams his own workshop home.
Yeah, double siege workshop.
I kind of wish that Futuralis could be a bit more active with the archers. There's knights at home now for Chris, but they are melee knights, so we can only do so much.
Not the best unit, and they won't scale throughout the game. We do see that, the villagers can take care of the scorpions. No need for a siege workshop.
Actually, can they? We lost actually quite a few.
Yeah, that's the thing. We see this in so many games. This is actually super common. Siege Workshop and a Siege Workshop hasn't produced a single thing.
Yeah.
That is extremely common.
Like if he wants a Siege Workshop, one mangonel stops these. But honestly, you don't even need the mangonel. The Scorpions aren't doing anything. They're hitting a house. Yeah. Actually, oh my god, look at Chris's base. Bill's getting slaughtered.
Oh yeah. This is exactly what Futuralis wants.
We're so dead. we're back in the situation of game 1. 12 Vil lead, now 13.
Yeah, but now it's the other way around. This is a great set. The fact that we have 2 games being completely dominated, but each game by a different player.
And the fact that this is Chris's home map and game 3 is like more of a closed map. Futuralis is playing this really well. Yeah. Okay, Scorpions will need to be stopped at some point. They're being a bit of a pain. Knights are coming in.
even the fact that new crossbows are rallied into his own base, I love that. He should move them now here to address the knights.
Yeah.
But a lot of players just at the rally point across the field. If you're playing archers, your units isolated are very weak. Your rally point should be at home. They will help you defend.
Before you move out again.
Yeah, before you move out, you want to move in small clusters.
And also just because if your whole army's at your opponent's base and they try to counterattack, like archers are never getting home in any time that's going to help you. So, no, we cleared it up. This is fantastic. I think Futuralis is in such a good position now. This has played really well. Yeah. The walls, I think these two houses made just like won the game for Futuralis, stopping that whole push at the beginning. Wow, this is a different game if Chris decided to go to the left at the start instead of the right.
Yeah.
Futuralis' base.
And this is also sometimes we do say, oh, thieves don't win games at these elos. True, but Ethiopians were the correct choice here. I feel like if he wasn't playing Ethiopians, Chris's pressure would be a lot more damaging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
definitely
agree.
A great draft choice. Because it's the same Civ I play.
Only would have been better if they went Britons. But I think Ethiopians is better.
Yeah, in this map, I agree. Ethiopians are better.
Would still be
Only
a pain.
would be better if you added the university earlier.
Yeah.
We see horse collar. We see if you're ahead, grab all the advantages you can. Grab the eco upgrades.
Oh, Chris isn't even making vills. I think he's feeling like his window for damage is gone. Like that's the thing. I always talk about it with these aggressive playstyles. I imagine Chris would heavily agree. A lot of people are like really angry with players who go like this because they're like, oh, it's so cheap, it's so cheesy. Why don't you just play normal? When like the pressure is on players like Chris. They have a very slim window to get damage before their rush is like what kills them, like what we're seeing here.
Yeah, and I think there was a time where there were some builds that were very cheesy. For example, back when towers were stronger back in the day and things like that. Mm-hmm. I think nowadays most cheesy playstyles just do not work. I don't consider this cheese. I guess
Chris says, okay, I think it is time. GG. Nice. GG. Tied set. That's awesome. Really nice read of what Chris wanted to go for.
Yeah,
that's sick.
And as I said, the Ethiopians played such a massive role here. The choice of Civ was spectacular, in my opinion. While Malay, the only bonus that went into play was armor a little bit and the faster age of timing. Malay couldn't shine.
No, and I still think these two houses. These are VIP.
Yeah.
Play the game was these two houses. Right. I like game 2 though. That was sick. I'm glad it wasn't a 3-0. I'm sure Chris would have hoped it was, but really nice play from Futuralis.
My group so far has no 3-0s at all. A lot of these brackets are so close.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it can be, okay, one practiced, the other didn't, one has a good day, so sometimes 3-0s can happen because of that. But I think in a lot of brackets, we are not seeing 3-0s, and 3-0s would not be the fair result.
Yeah.
And this I think already confirmed.
Arbe said it the other day, the play all 3 does lead to a lot more 2-1s. Like you would think, people who just like crush a 2-0 would probably crush a 3-0 as well, but it turns out that it gives just a little bit extra more time that you see more 2-1s than you'd expect, like the third game coming back for a win for the underdog. Yeah,
that happened to me. My set against Eden. Yes, I was winning 2-0 and then Eden won match number 3.
Oh, exactly. So imagine it was best of 3. That set ends at the second game. You're feeling great. Eden is like, damn, I couldn't get it. But you squeeze out a win and every win matters in the league. So it's cool.
Yeah, that's why even though I won 2 sets, both of them were 2-1. I'm not in a comfortable position. I can still get out very easily.
Yeah.
So this is a hard format to be playing. And hello everyone, and welcome to the final match, the deciding match of this play all 3 between these two amazing players from the teen bracket of T90 Titans League Community Edition. Here in the south side of the map, playing in the blue color, we have Futuralis who picked the Byzantines for this matchup against the player in the north. In the red color, playing as the Sicilians, we have JawolopingChris. Let's go.
I'm a bit scared. I would be scared.
Sicilians?
Sicilians.
Jawolop-
I mean, if Tea Time is still here, he's gonna like this game. But Sicilians scare me. Honestly, I don't mind playing against them. I honestly come up against them kind of often. But if I'm not sure what to ban. If I have like spare bans to throw around, I just ban Sicilians just to get it out of there because I just hate the playstyle. Even though I like the all-ins, I love like Chaotic Nomad, Socotra. When you're playing a normal game and the Sicilian player wants to play their game, it is absolute mayhem to try and hold from.
And Futuralis with 7 on food.
Oh yeah.
That
Did we
8
pull our
on
board
food?
first? No, we're going super heavy on food.
Yeah, this is peculiar.
Oh, never mind. No, we're going to go for boar. Okay, we're actually just very heavy on food.
Yeah. Not
Is that the
playing
strangest?
Yeah, especially in these maps, there are more
we're going to win now.
flexibility on the openings.
I do this too sometimes. I just take the boar with like I'll take both boars really quickly if I think my opponent's going to come forward. Like I'll delay going to wood a bit to just grab both boars. Maybe we're thinking that? No, we're going to wood now.
Yeah,
We are getting ready. Chris is the same. Chris going for 10-ville loom.
Damn.
Still going forward. Even a fortified clearing. Honestly, this isn't the worst generation for Chris. It could be worse, but it could be much better. Sometimes fortified clearing puts you like, basically it's an arena game. You're like as far apart as you can be.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're like almost touching. It's like crazy how close you can get sometimes. This is like, I think quite good for Chris. The north side is a pretty short rush distance. I hope Futuralis identifies that and starts walling.
And yeah, I do wonder because I've seen Feudal Age rushes work in this match, but there's definitely a lot of advantages the defender has in a closed match, in a closed map.
I can't wait for this. Also, this is a map most people know now that's going to be in DE in the rank ladder soon with the next patch, the April patch.
Yeah. That's so cool.
I can't wait to see what the whole, like, that's a lot of players getting their hands on this map. So we're going to see strats that like don't get seen at the pro level. I can't wait to see what people figure out of this. Is the meta going to settle into just like standard, you know, kind of quote unquote boring? I know a lot of people like that gameplay, but like quote unquote boring relic control walling. Or we're going to see some crazy rushes. Also, I need to point out, I point out every time, this map has a crazy amount of relics. I don't think we're going to get to a relic game with Chris in it. There's 9 relics on this map. There's 5 in the center, 2 on each side.
It's funny because I haven't played this map yet. If this map gets played in one of my sets, it's definitely because one of my opponents has picked it. But I have prepped a lot of strats for this map in particular.
Ooh, that's cool. I always forget that though. Anyone gets this on their game? We saw a game yesterday that went unbelievably long where the relics actually mattered and one player had like 7 relics. Remember how many relics there are, and if your opponent controls the center relics, go outside quick. There's 2 on both sides. They always spawn like in similar positions. No. Is this a bugged map gen, or can this happen? Maybe Arbase can tell me. All 4 relics are on the south.
No, that can happen. I think that's normal.
I actually haven't seen this.
I think it can be 3-1. It can be 2-2. This can happen. I think this is normal.
Wow.
Yeah, Arbase confirms.
No, he says, wow. Okay, the games I've casted have only been 2-2. That's just like coincidence, I guess, on the games I've cast.
Yeah, I think 2-2 is the most common, but this can happen and is normal.
That's cool.
I played this map against Arbase. I got 8-1 in relics, but then I did the classic mistake of player who doesn't play close maps. I didn't build any military unit and then just lost.
I have to say, Futuralis played amazing game 2. I don't agree with this mining camp. This mining camp is like
JawolopingChris going the long way. Oh, I also don't like the mining camp there.
Where are we? Oh, we are going the long way. You know what? He might be going the long way because we know he might be bluffing. You know,
avoiding the scout.
That, and he might think Futuralis is going to wall the north side first.
Yes.
But this is such a long walk distance. And actually, unfortunately, he wanted to go north to, I think, surprise his opponent. If he went north, he gets everything he wanted. The short rush distance does exposed vills on the gold. Wow. Why would we not take the gold just underneath our TC, though? This is so risky.
there's also even the bears at the bottom that will be annoying and delay a little bit more.
Oh,
yeah,
it's gonna
as
be a lot
RB
harder for
saying,
Chris.
he's walking 500 miles and then 500 more.
Yeah, it's actually taking so long. We have to stop to fight a bear on the way. Normal hike activities. Well, maybe it's still going to work. And I think it will still surprise Futuralis because he's 100% expecting that's going to come from the north. Where is Futuralis' scout? Hold on. Oh, it's actually checking this outside now from Chris's base side. Chris, I'm sorry. I bet Futuralis is moving his scout around. Like, wait, what's going on? Are we playing a normal game here? Where are the vills? There's no vills going forward? But unfortunately, there are.
And I'm very curious as, like, how will this map go? We know how important these early moments. And the buildings there. He saw the scout. He's dropping builds in a preemptive
And
wall.
we're fast castling.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that he sent 3 villagers there. Now he can fight back the scout.
Chris is very good at stopping buildings being built, though. I wonder did these actually get built? He's going to be such a pain. I think Futuralis needs to send more vills.
Yeah, as soon as you see those 2 villagers, you need to click more. Like, you can handle the scout, not the scout and the 2 villagers.
Okay, blacksmith goes up. We can't build this market. No, we can't do this. Just bring more vills. No, Chris is going to continue to wall out. Oh my god, he's such a pain with
market.
this.
Yeah, castle the market and plump it down somewhere else. It's the only thing he needs to go castle. Castle the market.
There's no other choice. Unless you want to accept that we're doing feudal now, delete the market, put a barracks down. Hold on, actually, can we? Send 1 vill to it now and wall the vill in.
Yeah, that's the thing. In other maps that were closer, JawolopingChris could send reinforcement vills. Any vill that JawolopingChris wants to add now needs to walk 500 miles.
It's gonna even if it goes to the north side, it's gonna take so long to get here. This is all Chris has to work with, but he does have sergeants. Oh, nice. Yes. We're completely walled. Yeah, that's not a hole. Fantastic.
Yeah, click up, Futuralis. Click up.
That's so good.
Hello, Bergwin raiding us. Let's go.
Oh, what's up, Bergwin? The tea time and Bergwin community.
Yeah.
Here comes the second dungeon. So Chris will be in, but this is such a huge delay. This is fantastic for Futuralis.
Yeah.
Arcs is on the way.
Just drop some siege. Like, get some scorpions and I think Futuralis is in a great position.
Silver Eclipse AoE, thank you for the raid.
Damn! Hello!
Yeah, I don't actually recognize the name. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. We do appreciate every single one who is showing us support.
This is going down. Oh, he's a TTLC caster. Whoa, I haven't seen that name before. That's not Silver Bloom, is it? Or it's just a similar name. Thank you so much. Okay, house is broken down. Chris is in. But what a delay. Futuralis will be the castle age. Chris can't stop it.
Yeah.
But it's what we do with it. The sergeants are going to be such a pain. Oh, it is Silver Bloom. We changed your name. Okay, nice. No, I know Silver Bloom.
The thing about sergeants is, yes, they are menacing, but they are not like feudal age archers can melt you the game and everything. They are so slow. The damage they deal, like adding dungeons, apply some pressure, and he's going to be so confused with the gold there. The gold play was actually good.
It actually ended up... Imagine if Chris... Oh, Chris is probably watching this right now, kicking himself. Imagine he just went north. He was trying to be clever, and I agree with his choice. But if he just went north, like the predictable thing, it would have been fine. Because Futuralis' bills are just here, ready to be killed. Man.
Yeah, it's like... I counter my strategies, then you counter the counter, then a counter of a counter.
You get so deep in your own head, you counter yourself. And the opponent just doesn't even try to counter what you're doing. But yeah, you're so right. The sergeants in feudal age, they're powerful with like zone control. It's not until castle age before they start being really painful for attacking. We are going to still deny this gold, but I think Futuralis is fine.
Yeah, and he even has a tower there defending the gold and the wood line.
Oh, nice for if Chris starts to come from the north, which Chris probably should, but we're just going to click up the castle age. Market coming up for Chris at home. And Chris has stopped producing. We just want to get up.
Yeah, the TC there, the tower there, Futuralis is in a very defensive position. I do see people in chat saying... either long swords or castle. A castle could be a good idea. Castle into
Cataphracts kills this completely. I do normally stop this with archers, but yeah. But if you're on Byzantines, if we get the castle age, just go on stone. We are going on stone now. Good cast, but you're getting tired and had to stop. Nice. What was the decision with the name change from Silver Bloom to Silver Eclipse? Changed. We're now eclipsing. New phase.
I also did a name change from the Nando AOE to the Nando VT.
I did see that because I went to link you and the link broke. I was like link Nando AOE and it just went like this link doesn't exist. I'm like, wait, what? Where'd Nando go?
Yeah, and we do see the sergeants here.
Castle is clicked for Chris. Actually, these will break through kind of fast. We don't have to repair.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're Byzantine buildings too.
Yeah, the Byzantine buildings.
This Civ, same with the Ethiopian set. This Civ, like we were questioning at the beginning, does Futuralis know what Chris does? He definitely does. These Civ choices were like designed to deal with Chris specifically, I think.
I really like Byzantines here.
Alright, we're adding some eco. I don't hate it, but I kind of hate that it's on the north still, because when Chris eventually starts pushing from the north, this is going to hurt.
Yeah, I think Futuralis, this happens a lot in these games. You hold a first push and you get a false sense of security. If Chris reaches castle and goes slam down with a second push, like a second wave, I think Futuralis can get into a lot of trouble.
I think so too. Like a castle on the face or something, or just goes full castle age army and you spend all your resources trying to add economy.
Yeah.
2TC isn't the worst though. We could still afford army, but it is going to be harder to defend.
If he has a third TC, I think that's a huge mistake. 2 is still acceptable, 3 would be a huge mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Genuine says, if he goes 3TC, I'm going to have a heart attack. Because Chris is not going to go for an ego game. Chris is just going to try and kill you harder. Siege Workshop coming up.
Yeah, and with Byzantine vision and everything, that Siege Workshop is clearly spotted next to the walls and everything.
Siege Workshop
That's another good thing of the Byzantines. The vision of the buildings.
Yeah, Byzantines is defensive civ for a reason. They have all the tools. Yeah.
We see Scorpions getting added. I'm surprised it's not a ram to deal with the TC.
Futuralis has a random archer in Chris's base, actually. Being chased by a bear. it is in Chris's base. It has fletching. It's actually going to be really annoying because there's nothing at home for Chris. Like, less than nothing. There's his villas are very safe. Look at this maze of houses in Chris's face.
Yeah.
The vills have a long commute to work.
That's why he didn't go to the north side. Now he has bears in the north to help defend. Yes, Scorpion will pressure the villagers. And we do see a battering ram getting added now. I like that.
Nice. I was going to say, Chris seems to like adding Scorpions, even though they're like more for fighting. They like support. Oh, nice shot with Mangonel.
Yeah.
They support like army fighting a lot, but they don't really push, you know, buildings or like positions that well. But Rams will help. Rams will force Futuralis to fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not, in most situations, I'm not a fan of Scorpions when they are the aggressor because Mangonels counter Scorpion and Scorpions do not counter Mangonels.
Yeah.
So.
But Mangonels also counter Rams, which is going to be the problem with this push.
And they also counter the Sergeants. Mangonels counter everything right now.
Oh,
and
James
if you have your own...
Check the north. Well, Chris's base. We have actually a big group of archers with fletching in.
Oh, yeah, 5.
I wonder if we upgrade these further, this is going to be
the ram is running
painful.
after the Mangonel. Let's go!
What is? Oh, wow.
The Mangonel...
Oh my god, the Mangonel dies.
Ram counters Mangonel. We are wrong.
And we're in. Oh, and these are Castle Age Sergeants. This is actually a big problem. This is a big problem.
Yeah, this is exactly what I feared. You get into a good Feudal Age defense, you get into a booming mindset, and then the aggression just kicks off because Futuralis has nothing.
Yeah,
He has 5 archers, they're not even crossbowmen, they don't even have Vulcan Arrow.
I'm really worried.
He doesn't even have Horse Collar.
So the archers on the north are hitting Chris's base. I don't think Chris has noticed. We're losing Vills, which helps, but oh my god, we need army home so bad. Nice wall. Oh my god, that gate saved that Mangonel. Oh, maybe didn't save it for long though. Oh, the TC's dead. First TC is dead.
Oh yeah.
We're not producing.
Yeah,
I think
everything's just
Futuralis is
crumbling.
panicking.
Oh, he should. I think the only play here is desperate market and drop a castle with all your villagers.
Maybe actually that does stop it, but he
In
will.
that heal.
Chris will still just push it down with rams, but it does buy you time. Cataphracts will help a lot. I think you're
Yeah,
right. Like one market, we just need to buy like a tiny bit of stone.
Exactly. I think that would be the play, not the adding archery ranges. Just get that heal there. You have. Because you can then reboom towards the north, you still have villager lead.
Yeah.
You get a castle there, suddenly all of your villagers are safe. Abandon your former base.
I think that's how we have to play it. We don't want to die. Crossbow is in, but it's in for the crossbow that are still in Chris's base. And they've kind of... They can still get damage, but we need... Okay, no, we are going for a castle. Nice.
Yeah. I think with another timing, it could be forward. Now with this pressure, I think it needs to be backward.
Yeah,
with all
if
those
Chris
rams
sees
there
it,
in the
he
play.
dives completely. Does Chris see this? No. Castle comes up. Cataphracts.
Yeah.
I still think we're in a lot more trouble than we want to be, but we're 20 vills up. Cataphracts going to help a lot. Alright, now the Sarge is going to fight under the castle. Just garrison some mills in the castle? We did. Okay, nice.
Yeah, and yeah, now a lot of sergeants will fall. That's a lot of military falling for Chris.
Yeah. I think we're okay. This TC is still in trouble, but Cataphracts will help. If we add Cataphracts, it's our gold. Our
Yeah,
gold is
the
gonna be under
economy.
pressure now. Yeah, if we could get this castle on that hill where the farms are, like all of our problems are solved.
This is a spot.
Gold
I
is
was
safe, wood
signaling
is safe.
I was
You're-
like showing it on my screen, but yeah, you're not watching my screen. That's earlier on. That would be the castle spot.
Yeah. No,
That
you're right.
hill
Because if
there is
Chris
so
sees
juicy.
the foundation, he's going to throw everything at it to stop it. Crossbow's actually at home doing quite a bit of damage. He's forcing the workshop out of Chris, which is less resources spent forward, but we're still in a lot of trouble. Is there gold here? Oh my god, the only gold is like basically in Chris's base. Look where Futuralis is going.
And he's going for it.
Which,
That's
if Chris
amazing.
doesn't see it, he actually won't. This is great. Yeah,
And
I think
it's so common to see Chris using scorpions to just like whittle
Yeah,
down
just
the
be a
DC
pain.
health over time. Yeah, that is actually a 5-head play. The gold placements for Futuralis have been amazing.
yeah,
game.
this is nice.
He did
TC
forget
this as well. Just expand where Chris doesn't know where you are.
Yeah,
And crossbows
he
are still being a
does-
pain.
He does. Okay, he finally ungarrisoned the castle. He left like 13
Oh.
villagers there all this time.
Oh. I don't know about
Yep.
these farms. I would send a lot of ills up to this gold. Just send them forward, get the we have a market, did it die? Oh no, the market's still alive. Chris should
Yeah,
actually kill that
market's still
market.
alive.
Send like tons of ills forward to the gold, buy your 100 stone, drop a TC. Just make it like get far away from him.
The 5-head play would be to get murder holes just so that the Dodgen could target the market.
Also, yeah, murder holes for Futuralis could be a good choice because I imagine Chris is going to get to a number of rams where he will just rush it.
Yeah, I think 6-7 rams. Nah, 5 with all of the sergeant support. I think 5 would be enough to push
Yeah.
that castle.
No, 5 I think
Without-
does a lot good these days with the attack buff.
Yeah. And hello, Platypus TV. Welcome
It's a
to the stream.
platypus. Another range
more-
coming forward.
Yeah, and more crossbows there for pressure.
Right, the sergeants
Chris
are going to
tries
start
to-
push.
Yeah, but they can't. The castle there actually targets that.
Yeah, the Civ is helping in like so many aspects. The houses are stronger, the buildings are stronger.
Yeah.
It actually helps a lot. But this
And
TC will
Cataphracts-
fall.
Would also help a lot if he added them.
Yeah, we just need like 1 or 2. Helps so much. We need some upgrades, but the bonus damage is so huge. Oh, nice. Look at the crossbows in Chris's base, denying all his wood.
Yeah, he's having to relocate, and Chris is going towards that wood line in the north.
Oh,
I
is
love
this
these
filling
games
too?
where
No.
we have two different venues of attack and
Yeah,
things
kind of hard
happening
for
all at-
us. We have to jump everywhere, but yeah, it's so fun. Oh, look at at Futuralis' base. The Rams are here to break in. They're not going to care about the castle.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. I imagine we'd move these villas already. These are going to be in very fast. Vills got to run. All these vills got to run.
Yeah, the problem with going archers as well is that those stone walls there are so nice to buy
But
sometimes.
the lumber camp is going to die very fast.
Yeah. The problem with archers is that the rams counter the archers. You need cataphracts. Cataphracts counter everything here.
Yeah, cataphracts is like the perfect answer. Just honestly stop build production for a bit. Just get a couple of cataphracts out.
I love these stone walls.
Well, I say stop build production. There's no TC. he's already done that. We have stopped build production. Not of our own choice, but we have.
I mean, that's one way to not get your idle TC time up. Just kill it.
Perfect
Kill
idle
your
TC.
TCs.
I think Futuralis is feeling the pressure like crazy, but I think he's actually in a great position. I would be worried he's just scared of the score though. Score is fantastic for Chris.
Oh wow, yeah, just look at the score. It's so misleading.
He might think Chris actually has a lot more eco than him, but he's still in the lead economy wise. Chris has also given up on the push here.
I like how there's a random villager walking towards Chris's base. I would just steal the farms with that villager.
Where?
Futuralis walk the entire villager under the TC of JawolopingChris.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Oh, nice mangonel micro from Futuralis.
Yes, repair that boy up. Nice.
The villager is still there, hiding behind the siege workshop.
What the hell? Knight is here, but there's no armor. Oh, actually, hold on. This knight is getting a lot of. Okay, nice. Mangano lives. Should be fine. But now Chris knows that there's vills here. Chris is gonna focus his attacks on this side now. Yeah, look at Futuralis' main base. All the siege is leaving. It's gonna take a while, but they're gonna start focusing more on this side.
Yeah,
there's a spy among us. Yeah. Oh, he finally got taken out. Damn. A rogue knight must have seen him. Oh, this crossbow actually in the center of Chris's base.
This game is so messy. I
love it. This is really fun. Oh, Sergeant's gonna kill this mangonel though. Oh, this is a problem. This is a big problem. We've nothing here.
Oh yeah, now the gold. Oh, the monastery play is good. Monks are very good against the sergeants.
They're gonna help a lot.
And against the knights.
But we now have no army. Sergeants are gonna push these vills off the gold we need. I hate to keep saying it. I bet Futuralis is gonna be like, I know, but any cataphracts help so much. Like just a couple of cataphracts. There's just too much to think about.
Yeah, I like the monk play. I think it should be earlier a bit, but yeah, we are just going back and forth like, oh, this is Futuralis' game, easy.
Yeah, no, I don't know who wins this at this point. Yeah, Chris has caught up in vills. I wish Futuralis was like way further ahead, but that's because our TC was dead for so long.
And this is the perfect game 3 because first game was a stomp on one side and we had a stomp on the other side. This is such a good back and forth.
Yeah. Oh, I bet they're both having a blast. Maybe Futuralis is like not having as much fun. I bet Chris is having a lot of fun in this game. This is the exact kind of game he wants. Yeah, the vill count is now equal, which is actually much better for Chris. Much better for Chris. The eco being even. Futuralis could be a lot further ahead. Cataphracts, Futuralis. Yeah, I don't know how Futuralis likes to play. I would be having fun if I was Futuralis, even though it's so much pain. Monk jumps out and gets killed.
I would wait until the end of the game. If I win it, I had fun. If I lost it, then I didn't have fun. I'm just joking.
So it's hard for Futuralis to keep in mind. We could just go back to our main goal now. Oh, he is. The goal we were kicked off, we can just go straight back again.
Yeah, is this Nomad?
Oh my god.
There's relocating. This
Futuralis has relocated twice. We're coming back to our main base now. After being kicked out of it, we're coming back home.
One thing that is painful is this monastery is away from every single relic of the map. A map with 9 relics.
Even though scorpions aren't great at pushing, Chris doesn't need to think about these scorpions at all. He just like has them auto-patrolling. Futuralis can't look away from Ajaris archers at all.
And once again, the position is very good for Chris now.
Cataphract! Cataphract is queued!
Oh. We see a cataphract! Let's go! Oh. That cataphract is enough to melt every single one of those scorpions.
Who is building this?
Who's building? What?
Down in the far east, there's a mining camp on a stone for Futuralis. Who's building this?
Maybe it was the spy villager. I have no idea.
Maybe it was. I didn't see that. I just noticed it now.
You counter this entire army.
Grab a couple of upgrades. Grab your armor. Oh, gonna die. There's too many scorpions here.
Yeah.
Damn.
GG, well played, Cataphract.
Yeah.
You were our favorite.
No, second Cataphract is on the field though. I think Futuralis like clicked his castle. Maybe when he moved his gold bills back, he saw his castle and was like, "Oh yeah, I have a castle," and just starts queuing. Like, oh, he's been so focused.
And my unique unit is the Cataphract. He's amazing. I mean, 1 versus 10 is not that good.
Yeah, we get surrounded. Just build up a little group of them. They're gonna absolutely wreck.
Yeah. I mean,
we have the resources.
It's
too much panic.
Yeah.
No, not ballistics. Not ballistics. We don't need that. Their archer numbers are way too low. Cancel ballistics. Just make cataphracts.
Yeah. I'm the ballistics fan, and here even I say it's a bad idea.
Wow, even Nando says don't get ballistics. That shows how dire the situation is. But if I was Chris, I would already be adding like some pikes, some monks, because you see cataphracts, you're like, oh god, he remembered. Uh oh.
Yeah.
I think it's just panic. Now, actually, Futuralis is going to be fine because, again, we go to the other side of the castle. And look, the TC is built again where it was the first time.
Now if Chris wants to pressure this, he has to go all the way back around again.
Look, on the other side, in Futuralis' first base, we got Vills and Sergeants.
Oh
god.
And Chris has an amazing economy, and his economy isn't having to relocate every 10 minutes.
Chris
he can drop a castle here soon. And he can go imp. He's getting into a position where he can go castle and imp.
This is just if Futuralis sees this, or maybe he joins us in the chat sometime, he's gonna like, we don't even need to tell him, he's gonna be like, I know. Cataphracts. Yeah. I should have made cataphracts.
And I don't like the second siege workshop here.
No,
just
castle.
sell wood. Yeah, castle and threads, imp. GG. But I think this is Chris's game now.
Says, will Chris imp? Is that allowed? It is. We're about to find out, does Chris know what imp is?
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't. Okay, ballistics. I still think ballistics was the wrong choice, but now that it's in, it's going to help. But the archer numbers aren't that strong. Sergeants can tank a lot.
Yeah, especially and against the scorpions. Scorpions are great versus archers.
We're trickling in the cataphracts. Like 4, 5, 6, as low as that many cataphracts kill everything Chris has. That's before we get upgrades. Like armor in, there's no question. But we're trickling them in. They keep dying. Chris still is putting up huge pressure. Arway says, what has Chris clicked more, imp or double bit axe? That's actually a very hard question.
This may be one of the first games where I see imp getting clicked without double bit axe.
I do like this dungeon on the North Gold from Chris, just so like if Futuralis decides to swap back again, he can't just get back to the other gold for free.
As we said, he's putting in the squeeze.
Yeah, we are pincered.
Imagine I love it if Futuralis actually got that stone and he was booming on the other side of the map.
Yeah, imagine there's just a TC sitting out here. He would be, oh my god. Now the vills get cleared out in Futuralis' base, but they did drop some more production buildings. We're still making archers, cataphracts, please, please. Okay, actually Chris is cute as spearman. He's probably thinking about it. He's feeling the potential. He maybe sees what cataphracts could do to his army, so he's like, oh, let me get ready for that just in case.
Yeah, and
oh, never mind. He unqueued it. he cancelled
it. And we do see wheelbarrow clicked by JawolopingChris, so even wheelbarrow before double bit X once again.
Now, I don't hate these farms just because they're probably not going to be found, but still, they're very... Honestly, yeah, eco that's very far away from the action is pretty good because Chris just won't see it. Even if it's not safe. Hopefully this food income will prompt Futuralis to make some cataphracts.
Yeah, and I now, for me, the biggest hype is, will Chris click up to him?
I hope so. I think he will.
Yeah, and I think he's giving Futuralis a lot of space to mess a threatening army now.
Yeah, we are
He
queuing
clicked up to
Cataphracts.
him.
Oh my god, he's up to him. Oh, we had a pause.
he was like, this is the first time he saw him. He's
No.
like, what is this?
Chris says my
There's
screen went
another
dark
raid.
for a second. That's not what happened. Chris blacked out for a second. His brain just completely turned off, and he just blacked out because his body's so unused to seeing this button on his screen. Whoa, this is an evolution.
Yeah, I mean, what a game we chose to cast. We are
This is
casting
a
the
really
first
good.
match. Yeah, we casted the first match that Chris ever clicked imp.
Chris in the chat said I had to fix the UI error of the red bar filling, meaning Castle Age queuing up to imp. He thought his game was bugged.
Yeah,
Chris,
powering up.
Chris is having actual PC issues. They paused again. Okay, hopefully it doesn't actually affect the game, but he is having some sort of PC issues. We're still queuing archers, but the army count is getting very good for Futuralis again.
Yeah. He has a good mass. He has also military upgrades, but imp now will be very threatening. Yeah, that's why Chris, we are saying, oh, he plays aggressive. Actually, if you reach 200 units on screen, his PC crashes.
Yeah,
that's
he
why
can't
goes
let the game go
aggressive.
past 30 minutes because his PC dies. Oh, this is, I think, very conservative castles for Chris. Maybe the most safe castle Chris has ever built, but it's going up. And they're going to be making trebs.
Yeah.
Futuralis cannot deal with trebs. This is actually very scary. Imagine, oh my god, imagine dying to an imp push from JawolopingChris.
Oh, and Futuralis just ran out of gold. The villagers
This
are...
gold ended?
Yeah, that's huge.
Oh no.
He's playing against someone in imp without gold.
This is really, really scary. Treb queued immediately for Chris. Cataphract's gonna try and take out the scorpions. Could we hold the push? Honestly, the castle is so far back. We don't have a very safe position to push from. Oh, there's no upgrades on the Cataphracts though. They get killed.
Yeah, I think this is
Everything's
GG now.
dead. No. Yeah, we've lost everything. This is GG. Wow. GG. Shah says, well.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh my god.
And yeah, Futuralis produced 81 crossbow. That's against 29 scorpions.
I'm tired. I'm actually worn out. That was a really cool set. Chris takes it. What a game. Futuralis played so well. In honestly all three games, he figured Chris out. I bet Chris had a lot of fun here. He could tell us. Man, Futuralis, Cataphracts fix everything. There's just too much to think about though. Like we're chilling watching the whole map. I honestly think the score was affecting Futuralis a lot though, because from like Castle Age onwards, Chris had like minimum 1,000 up. At some points, it was like even higher.
Yeah, no, and there were definitely moments where Futuralis could have pushed back into the game. It was very back and forth, but and I see someone saying Smoocha appreciated double B-Rex came just before him, so JawolopingChris beating the
Chris, he
allegation.
did both. He did,
Yeah, he
Ajax
did
and
both.
Imp. Wow. Imperial Age. That's painful. He could have opened with a monastery. Could have. There's so many could haves. I think he played so well though. He really could have won this game. God, it's just crazy when there's games that are so vicious, when like the micro and execution is so important that like those split second decisions, you have to make them so fast. You don't have time to think. But the thing you end up choosing, this dictates the whole course of the game. Like imagine he moved forward to that gold of the north, and instead of the mining camp, he built the TC there instead of on the woodline. He defends that gold easier. It's like harder for Chris to push. He has to add a lot more siege. If we just made Cataphracts earlier. Oh, I mean, we're trying to plot Chris's downfall. Chris earned this win. He played really well, but still.
Yeah, and that's another thing. In some games, we talk about the concept of a forced error or an unforced error. Futuralis was under a lot of pressure. It's for us that are casting and watching. Like, we don't have our screen going back and forth and clicking this and that. Like, Futuralis did some decisions that weren't optimal, but Chris was forcing the non-optimal play out of him.
Yeah,
Chris
that's
was
why
not
this play
giving
works.
him time to... Yeah. Was not giving him time to, okay, let's slow down, let's think, what will our army comp be, what's our bonuses. Futuralis probably didn't have a moment like that in the entire game.
Oh, you're so right. Like when the push slowed for a minute in Futuralis' base, that's when you saw he got to think for a second and he expanded away. He added eco, moved up to the new gold. But once there's fighting constantly happening, you can't look away. There's no space in your brain to think. It's what makes it so strong. But that was definitely winnable. I hope Futuralis should still be proud of that game, even if it was a loss. That was a cool game.
Yeah, and as I said, you teen players are scary.
I mean, I don't think I want to play Chris, but I don't want to play Futuralis either. Futuralis played really well.